Now, it's a sigh of relief for family and friends of former TV personality Esther Arunga. She was freed earlier today by an Australian court after she was convicted in the murder case of her 3-year-old son in 2014. Justice Martin Burns handed Esther a 10-month prison term but immediately freed her on parole. The former KTN TV anchor on Monday pleaded guilty to being an accessory to the murder of her son, Sinclair Timberlake, on February 2014 in Australia. Raquel Mugai tells us what's next for her.
The 10-month parole sentencing handed over to Esther Arunga, a once sought-after television anchor, marks the end of bouts of anxiety among her friends and family, who feared the unknown concerning what lay in wait in regards to her freedom. Here in Kenya, however, Adero Ochola, her close friend and former schoolmate at the Kenya High School, is more hopeful than ever of the life that awaits Arunga away from the chaos that has been seen over the years.
I am excited. It's been tears of joy because we've been praying for this day since 2010. It's finally here.
Adero and the company of others have been rallying up friends of Arunga from her high school years at the Kenya High School to meet up for prayers as a way to show support to one of their own. She says the act, however, never left Arunga's family out of the equation as many perceived.
Esther's family, her mother, her father, her cousins, because I'm in touch with some of her family members, have stood by her from day one. And they are more than willing and with open arms to receive their daughter back home, and it's a big celebrated day for the family.
In his ruling on Thursday, Justice Burns is quoted by the Australian Associated Press as saying that he was sympathetic to her situation when she spoke to the police investigating her son's death. The ruling read in quote, "You went from being a wife and a mother who was at that time nursing a 6-month-old baby and who was otherwise trying to establish your young family in a new country to losing your son, husband and daughters." On parole, Arunga is expected to adhere to the conditions set by the court when it delivered its judgment. Conditions that will have her supervised by a parole officer for the period of her 10-month sentence to ensure she is at her best behavior. At the end of her parole, officers from the probation and parole section of Queensland Corrective Services will carry out surveillance to check whether her risk level is appropriate. As it stands, it is unclear whether or not her 2 daughters, who were put under the foster care system, will be returned under her custody if she successfully completes her sentence. Raquel Mugai, Citizen TV.